Hi, my name is Jennifer Mann. I'm a grad student at the University of Michigan in the mechanical engineering program. I'm somewhere between a master's and a PhD right now, trying to figure out whether I want to go academia or job, and in the meantime, I like making things. So I joined All Hands Active about 7 months ago when I serendipitously ran into one of the members who was wearing a Maker t-shirt, Make Magazine t-shirt, and I have been to Maker Fair before, and I'm like, that's awesome to see something like that in Michigan. So I found out about All Hands Active that way, and currently I'm the treasurer, but I also do come here to just make stuff. So I guess I got started on the Power Wheels racing because that was about a month after I joined, and that sounded awesome. And I worked on a race car for my senior project in undergrad. That was a mini Formula One style car. So I'm like, great, let's do that again. So we started with this Power Wheels car and started taking it apart and then put it back together, better, faster, stronger. And I was one of the drivers. I drove it for the drag race. It didn't drag or race very well, actually, but I waved at the crowd as we went past. I think it got us a few moxie points at least. So the way you stretch a cell is you have an array of microposts, and the cell sits on top of these microposts. And they're all attached, all the microposts are attached to a base membrane. When you stretch that base membrane, all of the microposts increase their distance equally, and that stretches out the cell. From the deflection of the top of the micropost, we can tell what the forces are inside the cell at a very, very fine resolution, because we have about 60 microposts under every cell. So that way we can map out the various regions of cytoskeletal stress within the cell during this stretching phase. If a person develops hypertension, the cells in their blood vessels are actually increasing in their cytoskeletal tension, and what we need to see is exactly how that happens and what we can do to prevent it, because if untreated, it can lead to unfortunate things like stroke and a heart attack. When I'm not in the lab, I like making things such as this. It is a companion cube from Portal, for those of you who don't know. It is my only friend. They are leg warmers. I needed warming of the legs because it is winter in Michigan. This little guy, he's based off the idea of a sympathy doll, where no matter how bad things are for you, you look at this little guy and he'll sympathize with you no matter what. I also make hats. Most of the things I've made aren't with me because I give them to people, but this is one that I made for myself.